Welcome back to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. We are indeed standing at the Bear, and that means it's this segment, Pennsylvania People and Places. Starting things off this morning is Tammy Chrisman of Schuylkill Haven and her very first buck. After missing her alarm on the opening day of the rifle season and sleeping past 10 a.m., Tammy got dressed and walked into the woods. Only 20 minutes later, she downed this bruiser with one shot from her Marlin Winchester 30-30. Way to go, Tammy. Take a look at the huge bobcat that Jim Plevyak of Forest City trapped during the bobcat season. He was in Wayne County. Jim's male bobcat weighed a whopping 41 pounds. Next, we see Bryn Elmy of Monroe Township and the buck that she shot on the opening day of the rifle season while hunting in Wyoming County. Bryn saw this buck in the archery season, but he didn't come close enough for a shot. Luckily, on the opening day, their paths crossed again. Her buck had 8 points and was shot with the Remington 7600 pump action 308. Here's James Bennett of Montrose and the buck that he shot during the archery season. James' buck had 8 points and was shot with the crossbow while hunting with his son Landon. Take a look at the pair of yellow perch that Tyler Fagan of Lake Ariel caught while ice fishing this winter on Lake Ariel. Tyler landed his perch on January 22nd while using minnows on a tip-up. Way to go, Tyler. Here's 12-year-old Austin Nichols of Plains and his very first deer, which he shot on his very first hunt with his father, Robert. Austin's buck had 8 points and was shot with a 7mm08 during the second week of the rifle season, and they were hunting in Luzerne County. Take a look at the bass that 83-year-old George Kirshner of Tunkhannock caught while fishing in Fleetville last October. George's largemouth bass weighed 6 pounds and was caught on a rubber worm and an ugly stick. That's a great bass, George. Congratulations. Here's Paul Sosna of Brandonville and the buck that he shot the fourth week of the archery season. Paul's buck had 7 points and was shot with his crossbow. Take a look at the giant buck that Leo Ballas of Whitehaven shot while hunting in Missouri on November 11th. Leo's buck had 13 points and scored 165 3/4 inches. He shot it at a distance of 90 yards with his Remington 700 280. That's a buck of a lifetime, Leo. Congratulations. And with all of our successful sportsmen out there, we'll put a close to this week's edition of Pennsylvania People and Places. It's not too late to send us your photos from last year's turkey season, deer season, fishing trips. If you get any ice out there, you may want to send us some ice fishing. Even if you go out on a squirrel hunt, send them to us. It's very easy. Go to WNEP.com/POL, click on the slideshow, and send us some information. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.